Welcome to Popternative, where we dive into topical discussions from the worlds of pop culture, social media, and sports. Here is your host, Peter Remoliotis, aka PD Beats.
PD Beats here from Popternative, speaking to Jacinte Blankenship about Intersection, the short form series, which is available now on YouTube. Welcome to the show. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you for having me, PD. This is exciting. I'm happy to talk to you.
This is exciting. I mean, you were nominated for an Emmy, which is amazing. I mean,
pinching myself.
what was going through your mind? Like, how do you even process that?
I think I'm still processing it. It was quite shocking, and it was a moment of like shock, sitting still, then running around the house, then making phone calls to make sure it was right, and crying. So a gamut of emotions.
Making sure it was right and crying.
Is this happening?
It's a cool time for content. It's a cool time for digital content, digital series like Intersection. Were you excited to be part of this short form series, this web series, at a time where people love all kinds of content, no matter whether it's TV or film? Like, they love watching the short form content as well.
Yes. I mean, you have so many people that, had such success, like Issa Rae. I mean, all kinds of people, just like really showing the way. And yes, I was excited, but I gotta tell you, I didn't think I was cut out for it in the beginning. I didn't think I was, that great of a writer, and just someone who could pull together a story. So when I came together with the other four women writers, Jenica Hill, Loretta Moss, Meg Messmer, and Karen Ceesay, I was just like, okay, we can do this. And I definitely could do it with, four other intelligent, hilarious ladies. So yeah, well, once I got past my own little holdups, it was such an exciting thing to, delve into.
Was the mindset to make it a short form series? Was it one of those things where you put this on YouTube and then maybe you can make a longer series based on the characters? Like, what was the mindset like specifically for Intersection?
So we had it the other way around at first. We were going to make a pilot. I know, it was completely the opposite way. And, we had this pilot written, and then COVID happened. And we were just getting ready to shoot it. And we had to sit back and look at what was happening, besides the pandemic, George Floyd had happened. It was just like such a time. And we sat back and said, you know what, we need to make something different. We need to reflect the world as it is and get a little bit deeper. And we felt like we could extend the story a little bit longer than the pilot, but still do, shorter episodes and really like get to the point of the matter. So the short form kind of came as a result of COVID, to be honest.
No, absolutely. I'm going to ask you specifically about Intersection without kind of big spoilers, but it's on YouTube. People can check it out on YouTube. What can you tell me about the decision of putting it on YouTube? Was the global access something that came to mind as well? Or a lot of people will get a chance to see it?
Absolutely. Yeah. You got it. Absolutely. Just trying to get it out there, get it into as many people.
Watch it.
Yeah. Watch it. View it. Please. I'm saying now, view it. So yeah, just trying to get it out and hopefully get the opportunity to develop it more. So we know that the success of, digital content, before us. And so we knew that there was an opportunity to, get some eyes on it, that weren't through a studio or through a network, and just really get it straight to the people and see, what we could do from it, and then submit to the Emmys and see if people will watch it, that way.
I watched it. I have a lot of questions. Before I get into the questions, which I promise are spoiler free, because it is a really good series to watch fresh. Like, I didn't know much about it. Got the little blurb from the you blurb and then you watch, and then it's good. But what is the elevator pitch you could tell us about Intersection without giving too much away before we get into my questions about it?
So Intersection is a story about a neighborhood where the neighbors intersect, who are not always from the same place.
Yep.
They're not of the same background, have different ideas, and they intersect in this neighborhood that is being gentrified.
Yeah.
And the commonalities they have, and also the conflicts they have,
Mhm.
through the gaze of hopefully some comedy and some really heartwarming moments too.
That it's like you knew my next question. I don't think we're reinventing the wheel here, Jacinte, with this, because I feel like there's always serious undertones with comedy, because a lot of comedy is about life, and life is very difficult to navigate. Let's be honest, right? Do you always see like the serious undertones with comedy? Like, was that always whether you were watching something, making intersection, like they go hand in hand, right? A little bit. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think there's always some truth in the comedy, right? Like, even if it's absurd and just kind of like, what did you just say or what just happened? There's still that essence of truth there. So I think, that's always going to exist. And you just try to like, give it a little bit of an easier way to swallow sometimes when you're able to laugh at it,
Yeah.
and also call attention to it. Like, whoa, I just laughed at that. Why did I laugh at that?
And the series Intersection, it has moments where it's funny, and then it has moments where it's not funny. And I think it does a very good job of separating them. I think I like navigating that first couple of minutes. There's like some funny conversations, and then like reality sets in, right?
Yes. Yes, indeed. Yeah, and that's the thing with gentrification. It's just, a lot of times, just because you're so different and you're living in this neighborhood in very close quarters, you may walk by someone or shop in the same store. Like, it may start off, very cordial, and then things happen in the neighborhood, and it's like you're faced to deal with the hard stuff, at a neighborhood meeting, or if something happens on the block, like you have to deal with it. So yeah, I think it's very reflective of what actually happens.
Does it feel natural, like when you work on projects where you are wearing many hats and doing a lot of things, or does it feel kind of overwhelming at times as well?
Um, yeah, it can feel overwhelming,
Yeah.
but I gotta say, thank goodness for the ladies I worked with. Like, they are true troopers and like go-getters. And I mean, yeah, there's no way I would do this by myself. There's just absolutely no way. But I think collaborating, especially, having 4 other women who, like, we had the same goals and just the same outlook on things, was just truly, what I could draw from, to be able to do it. And to be honest, like, I'm a working actor too. So I was like having to be on other projects and, really juggle a lot of things. And they picked up where we know where I couldn't be. And it's truly amazing. I give them all the credit in the world because they're wonderful, wonderful filmmakers.
I see what you did there. Okay, I guess we could talk about some of your upcoming projects.
Oh,
You're like, oh no, I didn't do that on purpose.
no, I didn't.
There's always stuff happening. There's always stuff that you shot that you're waiting for to come out. There's always some things. What's down the pipeline? What can you tell us about?
What can I tell you? To be honest, like, not much. I mean, I really am, an actor that auditions every day and, doesn't necessarily get the part. So I audition every day, which is a win, like.
And that's the job. I think people forget that, like, that's the job. That you book something, and that it's not like a vacation, but that's like the fun part, right?
Yes, yes, that's the payoff to actually like get the job. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, so much of the work is the preparation and the studying and the auditioning. That's my day to day. So that's what I'm doing. I'm also thinking of other concepts that I'm starting to do the framework and the skeleton on for scripts. So that's like what intersection has really deposited into me, is like more writing and more creating. So I'm doing that as well. And
But you've had some recently that have come out, or some that are available.
well, yeah, I mean, I'm in Father the Bride briefly. What else? What else has come out? Oh goodness, that's on HBO Max. I can't remember, Petey. This is all. I'm still in the Emmy haze, I think.
Intersection on YouTube.
Yo, Intersection on YouTube. Duh. I mean, Could you have fed me that come on. How did I miss that?
Have you
Sorry.
heard of this show on YouTube called Intersection? It's pretty
Yeah.
good. It might or might not have.
Intersection.
It might or might not have storytellers in it that might or might not have been nominated for an Emmy. I'm just saying.
Help me out here. Help me out here. Thank you. Watch Intersection. Intersection is on YouTube.
What's
6
it called?
episodes.
Intersection.
Yes, Intersection. Show called Intersection.
You got nominated for an award for
And
this?
I got nominated for an Emmy as outstanding actress in a short form.
Before
comedy.
before we wrap up, when they get to watch the show, what are you hoping they get out of it takeaway wise? Because there's a lot. There's a lot to take
Yes.
from this.
Yeah, so so many different levels. So just the awareness of the show would be great. More views, the opportunity to expand the content, develop, get some other, producers who, have some real like pull and power in Hollywood. And then two, more engagement with people in their own neighborhoods. Like this is happening not just in Atlanta, but all over the country, all over the world, really. So a way for people to get aware of what's happening in their town and see how they can be involved and just be more cognizant and aware of it.
Amazing. Jacinte, thank you so much for coming on Popternative. It was great chatting with you.
It was great talking with you. This was so fun. You're amazing.
Oh, I appreciate that. The show is called Intersection.
Intersection.
It's on YouTube.
On YouTube.
You were nominated for an Emmy.
Nominated for an Emmy.
You have an Instagram account people can check out as well?
Yes. My Instagram is at Jacinte B.
Mm-hmm.
And Intersection is, I believe, at Intersection the series on Instagram. That's horrible. I should know that.
Yeah, there's an Instagram account, and there's also the website too, which is pretty cool because they click the website, they can see like all of them in a row.
Boom. There you go. You're a pro. You're a pro at this.
Absolutely. Well, this has been Popternative, youtube.com/Popternative for previous episodes. You're going to be able to catch Jacinte Blankenship in Intersection, which she just recently got nominated for an Emmy for. It's all available on YouTube. Until next time, this is Jacinte Blankenship and Peter Beats signing off.
Thank you for tuning in to Popternative. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Popternative on YouTube. Be sure to like Popternative on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
This has been an Autograph Communications production.